Okay, lady, let's do this thing.
Let's do this thing.
We're gonna run over a couple of minutes,
here.
but
no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna do this really fast.
Here's new products.
Okay, so we're gonna start off new products, new products, new products.
Okay, we got this book. I'm gonna be straight up. I only wanted this book because Wendell co-wrote it. I'm sure it's fine and everything.
No, but it's a great book.
I'm sure it's a great book and everything, but that was enough for me.
No, this is really cool because it has all this lab stuff.
It's do your own, build it your own science laboratory.
And there's like questions and projects, and it's like you learn everything about science.
Yeah.
Everything. And Wendell is so smart.
Yeah, he's super smart.
This is a really good book.
The other thing is, back in the day, you could have chemistry sets and you could make things. And now it's in the U.S. we kind of stopped doing that. And so this is how you make your own lab because you're probably not going to get your own laboratory set up.
No, it's like you can do your own science experiments.
you have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
If you want to do
what I really like is there's all these questions and projects that they suggest. Once you build the lab, here's some stuff that you can try to investigate these things. So this is a great learning resource, and I think will be very popular. I think it'll probably be very popular in schools. Schools will pick them up and they'll use them as textbooks.
All right, we got some filaments.
NinjaFlexies, and they're beautiful
three different colors.
Cerulean blue, this is NinjaFlex, and Flamingo, and purple, violet, grape.
Yeah.
Can I show this on the overhead really fast?
Yeah.
Just because it's NinjaFlex, it's a little weird. So this filament is 1.75 millimeter filament, and it's super flexible and stretchy, and so you can build soft projects, soft robotics, like elastomers, flexible things. And so we have these in a bunch of colors. We already had them in white and black, but now they have them in multiple colors, and they're beautiful colors, so you can do fun stuff and make it flexible. You can check the tech specs. You can use this with just about any 3D printer. I don't think you need a heated bed, but you do need to have good temperature control. But check the specs. I could be wrong about that. I don't remember. But NinjaFlex in colors.
Okay.
Hooray!
All right, let's keep moving. Solder.
This is lead-free solder. It's not SEC 305. It's a tin copper mix, but for a lot of people who want to do lead-free and they don't need SEC 305 formulation, this is a little bit less expensive because it doesn't have silver in it. And it works really great. We use it all the time, and it's a nice thin roll. So this is kind of the least expensive lead-free solder, and we use this all the time. It's great general purpose.
Okay, and then we have kind of two big products to announce this week. This is why we called it the TFT bout as code.
TFT bout.
So,
this is a cute 2.4-inch diagonal TFT LCD breakout. We already have a 2.8-inch TFT breakout and a 3.5-inch, and this is smaller. So this is very nice and compact. You can use either SPI, which requires 5 wires, or you can use 8-bit, which is 12 wires, but it's much, much faster because you have 8 bits at a time. There's a SD card in the slot in the back, so you can display images. Here's a bitmap that I displayed from a SD card. It's beautiful. I'll just show it on the overhead really fast. So this is the display, and I'll just run the demo. This is the 8-bit mode, so there's a lot more wiring, but it's very, very fast. And it's just a beautiful 320 by 240 display, 2.4-inch diagonal, and uses the ILI 9341. And it's the same controlling chipset that we use for our other TFTs. So chances are if you're using one of our larger displays, you can just use our library and it'll just drop in replace. It's just nice and small. And there's even a touch screen on top. So this is the smallest touch screen we have. It's a resistive touch screen. You can draw on it. I don't have the touch demo on, but you can look at the photos to see what it looks like. And yeah, you have a touch screen and it's easy to use. And we've got a great library and a tutorial. And it works great with Arduino compatibles.
Okay. So besides this product, which I think is kind of the star of the show, aside from you, is another one. So we have a new Trinket. I don't mean Trinket as just it's just a Trinket. It's a Trinket.
No, Trinket. It's
actually a Trinket.
It's a new Trinket. We've updated the Trinket. It's an updated product. The Trinket 3-volt is now much compacter. So as you can tell from this photo, it's the same basic small size. We've changed the chip from SOIC to QFN, and we changed the connector from mini B to a micro USB. And this is our nice, strong micro USB connector. And that means it's a little bit smaller, but it's backwards compatible, same pinout, so you can use all of your existing Trinket projects. But it's teenier and definitely flatter. So I'll just show it on the overhead because it's good to compare.
I like that you're continually improving something that I thought was nearly perfect.
I know. Well, I just wanted to. I'm trying to move to micro USB, and also while I was at it, I was like, oh, let's make some other changes. So it's definitely smaller, although it's the same width. And the mounting holes changed a little bit because this got shrunken down. But what's really nice about it is it's much thinner. So you can see that it's like a good millimeter and a half thinner because of the micro USB. And we have this one with FCCC certification. So that's kind of nice if you want to use this in a product. And other than that, it's basically the same exact schematic, same layout, same chip, same code, same bootloader, just physically smaller.
Okay.
So it's nice. And we'll do the 5-volt Trinket as well, but right now we have only...
You made the Trinket smaller. I can't believe you did that.
Yeah.
I remember when we were messing around, we were just like, oh my God, this Trinket is so small. And then you made it smaller.
I couldn't make it even smaller by making it double-sided, but then it would be harder to use, I think, and also be a lot more expensive. Like, what's nice about this is it's nice and flat on the bottom, and it's easy to make, and it's got...
Are you going to make a tiny 5-volt version?
I am. We actually ran out of the PCBs for the 3-volt faster, so we did the revision faster. But as soon as we run out of the 5-volt PCBs, we'll change those over as well. So that's coming up, but it's just we don't want to have both at the same time. So we're going to get through the mini B and then switch over to the micro B.
Okay. Well,
That's the plan.
this is look at how tiny this is.
You could eat it.
Yeah. And then is this just to give folks an idea of kind of the family of Adafruit stuff? So how does this compare to the Gemma?
Oh, that's a good question. So the Gemma also did a revision, as you may have noticed. It actually did a revision for the Arduino version, which they wanted to have a micro USB, and so we changed over to micro USB and then put an on-off switch on it. So that went through a revision. This is actually the exact same schematic, other than the on-off switch, as the Gemma, but it's breadboard friendly. And so you can program it over the Arduino IDE, which is really nice, or you can use it as an AT-Tiny85 with this USB bootloader.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a serial port, but it can act like a little keyboard or mouse, which some people do. Like they have it like a one-button keyboard.
Yeah.
And it can also like run NeoPixels and dot stars and little sensors. And so, for example, the LED flying disc Frisbee project, you don't want to have like a full, I mean, like Arduinos are awesome, but like you don't want to strap this to your Frisbee because like some of your Frisbee, like it's gigantic and clunky, when you can use something this small that would just take a vibration switch and then change some LED colors on a NeoPixel ring. So it only has like 2 or 3 pins on it, but we have like almost like 30 projects on the learning system that use Trinket and Gemma. You can do a lot with just like a simple temperature sensor, a light sensor, buttons, switches, LEDs, piezo beepers, like little projects.
I've seen a lot of people prototype with an Arduino, and they're like, "Whoa, I don't need a whole Arduino, but I'll prototype because I have like serial." And
like let's say,
and then I'll take it and I'll make this into my project that I don't care. I'll just toss it or do whatever. Like
like let's say you want something where when you press the button, it counts down 90 seconds and it has a little counting down 7 segment, and then it plays a beepy tone. Like that's something you could run with an Arduino, but when you're done, you'll be like, "Wow, that was actually pretty straightforward." And then you would move it to a Trinket because you only needed 4 pins or 3 pins, and you could fit all the code in 5K. So it's just a little bite-sized, little bite-sized electronics. So it's a revision, and I don't know if they're in stock, but they will be in stock very, very soon.
Okay,
today or tomorrow.
That's new products.
New.
Good work, Gladiator. We did it.